you all to this mega rally on Vote Chor, Gaddi Chor. Firstly, I'd like to thank the PCC team for organizing such a big mammoth rally here to highlight the issue which is currently happening in the country. I'll just give a background on the whole system which has evaluated and reached to this particular stage. 2024 election, when we fought the elections, firstly, it was divided into multiple phases, more than 10, 14 phases. We never understood what is the reason why the elections have been divided into so many phases. We fought a very hard election throughout the country. BJP and Narendra Modi, they used to say, "Ab ki baar 400 par." And we always used to think like, how are they say confident and what they want to do with this particular "Ab ki baar 400 par." Suddenly what we saw that some of the leaders, they started saying, "Ab ki baar 400 par, we will change the constitution." The very senior leaders, their MPs, they kept on saying the same thing, that we will change the constitution. So we fought a very good battle led by our young leader, Sri Rahul Gandhi ji. We moved throughout the country on this mission to save the constitution, because if there had been 400 for MP, they would definitely have changed the constitution. So we fought the election. And we got a lot of support through Rahul ji's Bharat Jodo Yatra, Bharat Jodo Nyay Yatra, and our campaign in 2024 election. Throughout the country, wherever we moved, we got the support from all the people. And when the election was finally over, our own internal report suggested that we will get somewhere around 295 seats, Lok Sabha seats, the India Alliance. When the exit polls came, all the TV channels, they gave Narendra Modi, BJP, NDA team around 400, 350 to 400 seats. But eventually, when the counting happened, BJP was reduced to 240 seats. And with the help of TDP and JDU Nitish Kumar, they could manage to get a majority of 293 seats. We were a bit disappointed because all our surveys, they pointed that we'll be getting around 295 and India Alliance will come to power. We were a bit disappointed because the BJP and RSS, their own survey, they mentioned that BJP won't get more than 210, 220 seats. They managed to get to 40 and 290, they formed the government. We went back to our drawing rooms, we went to our booths. We started preparing for Maharashtra and Haryana election. And there was a lot of anti-incumbency against the Maharashtra and Haryana chief ministers. We were pretty sure that in Maharashtra and Haryana, because of the Lok Sabha results, we will definitely come back to power. We ran an aggressive campaign. The seat distribution was done. Yet again, when the elections were over, this time the exit polls, they started predicting a Congress government in Haryana and Maharashtra as well. But again, when the results came out, Maharashtra, we managed to get only 16 MLA seats, the Congress party. And BJP, they contested 160 odd and they got 145 plus seats. Huge victory. Haryana, the same thing. Everywhere where we went, we campaigned. They said the Congress is coming back to power. We were now suspicious. This result is just impossible. We asked for the electoral rolls to Election Commission, machine readable voter list. We asked the CCTV footages. Immediately they changed the law and they said that we can't give CCTV footages. You must have seen the press conference of Rahul Gandhi ji. So we picked up Bangalore Central seat and we picked up one assembly segment, Mahadevpura. This particular seat in the Lok Sabha elections, we were leading till the last round. We were leading by around 88,000 votes. Mansoor Khan was our candidate. And when Mahadevpura counting came into picture, we not only lost the lead of 88,000 votes, but we lost the election by 32,000 votes. We used 30 odd volunteers. They worked for 6 months. And what we came to find out, that BJP and Election Commission, they have stolen the mandate from Bangalore Central, around 1,02,500 votes. They were stolen. The new voters, around 33,000 new voters were registered. And you will be surprised, the age of the new voters comes to around 70 years, 80 years, 90 years. And one voter was around 125 years old. In a single brewery, there were 65 residents living in this particular brewery. In one house, house number 84, around 70 odd people were residing in the house, and around 52,000 new votes were added from the assembly election to the Lok Sabha election. And just imagine, we found out and we gave evidence to the Election Commission of India. And instead of investigating, the BJP party, they became the spokesperson of Election Commission of India. And when Election Commission, they finally gave a press meet, you won't believe what the Chief Election Commission mentioned. He said, क्या अपनी माँ बेटियों का CCTV footages मैं देश में समर्पण कर दूं? Should I show the footages of my mothers and sisters voting in the election poll be given to the public? Then why is the CCTV footage recorded at all? The credibility of the Election Commission is at all-time low now. There is doubts that the elections have been managed. When BJP says we'll rule till 2047, 2075, we don't mind if the people vote us out. But if you manage the Election Commission, you manage the institutions, then definitely this is something which the Congress party will never accept. After the press meet of Rahul Gandhi ji, in the parliament, the India Alliance MPs in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, we protested almost every day. And what were our demands? The special intensive review which they want SR, which they want to do in Bihar, revision of electoral votes. We want this to be discussed in Parliament, in the floor of the House. And this is the largest panchayat in the world. We get elected and come to the Parliament. If we are not allowed to discuss something as serious as voter list election process, then what is the purpose of the Parliament? They didn't agree. We protested every day. And now Rahul Gandhi ji, our leader, he is in a Padyatra in Bihar, Vote Adhikar rally. And everywhere in Bihar, wherever we go, we get getting huge response from Rahul Gandhi ji's Padyatra. This mega rally, we are doing it here so that you are aware of what is happening in the country. When you go back to your blocks, when you go back to your panchayats, when you go back to your booths, please pass on the message like what is happening in the country. Congress party, our leader Rahul Gandhi, and all of us, we won't let BJP manage institutes. We won't let them subvert our constitution. We will ensure that democracy, which has been enshrined in the constitution, which we got after much fight against the British, when we got the independence, democracy is protected. The next phase of this protest would be, we'll be doing a signature campaign from September 15 till October 15. And we will be collecting almost 10 crore signature, which we'll give to the President of India or the Election Commissioner. And mention, like, we will create a general awareness to the people. This is what is happening and this won't be tolerated. They won't dare do such things anywhere in the future. And especially when I come to Manipur, you must be knowing that Congress party, our leader Rahul Gandhi, Kharge ji, they visited Manipur multiple times. Congress party, we wanted a statement from Prime Minister Modi that when will he come to Manipur? Why is he silent on Manipur? We brought a no confidence motion against the government in Parliament. Even then, Narendra Modi didn't come and speak up on Manipur. And the President ruled, even after having 55 out of 60 MLAs, we have the President rule in Manipur. And for extending the President rule, Amit Shah and his team, they presented the resolution at 3:30 a.m. in the morning so that no one can discuss Manipur, no one can discuss why the President rule has been imposed in Manipur. The next time again in this current Lok Sabha, they hardly gave us 5 minutes or 10 minutes to discuss about Manipur. And our demand has been simple. We want fresh elections here in Manipur. Let people elect their government and solve the issue which we are having in Manipur. It's almost 3 years. 60,000 people have been displaced. There is no solution. There is no peace. The Prime Minister is silent on Manipur. And he is not visiting Manipur also. We've been standing with Manipur. And we will ensure that peace returns to Manipur. And our demand is very simple, that fresh elections have been declared. And ensure that peace and brotherhood comes back to Manipur, this which we've been demanding so far. This parliament session also, when the whole opposition was protesting, suddenly Prime Minister Modi and Amit Shah, they came up with a bill which says that any PM, CM or minister, if they are in jail for 30 days, on the 31st day they will be automatically disqualified. We don't have problem if this is free and fair. But you have seen what the government is doing. I mentioned about Election Commission. On ED, there is hardly 1% conviction rate in ED, but there is no bail in ED. So they use ED. Around 95% of the cases of the last 10 years is on opposition parties. Elected chief ministers, Arvind Kejriwal ji, Hemant Soren ji, they were in jail for a long duration, but there is no conviction. This is being used as a tool to ensure that democratically elected governments are toppled. They brought this bill in the floor of the house when we were protesting, and you must have seen Amit Shah, he didn't have the courage to sit in his own seat. He had to go 4 rows back to present the bill in the parliament. They moved the bill to a joint committee, but the India Alliance MPs and all opposition, we have decided to boycott the select committee because it's a farce. They don't have the mandate of 2/3 majority to pass a constitution amendment bill. This is a diversionary tactics to ensure that whatever they're doing in the country, this is being overshadowed. They talk about Operation Sindoor a lot. Pradhan Mantri Modi, he said, "Mere nason mein sindoor behta hai." there is sindoor in his veins. That is what he said, PM Modi. And we have the other counterpart, Donald Trump, who just as recently as yesterday, he said, I saw the war between India and Pakistan. I called up PM Modi, who is a great guy. I said, you need trade. Stop the war in 24 hours. But no, PM Modi, he doesn't have the courage. He doesn't have the willpower. He doesn't have that sense of ownership. We have now 50% tariff also levied on us. This is the situation, and we all have to ensure that we work together in throwing out this autocratic, this fascist regime, who not only are destroying the basic fabric of the country, but they're systematically ensuring that the constitution is being changed. And I'm sure if this continues, they will change the constitution and bring Manusmriti, for which they have been always looking after. It was RSS which burned copies of the constitution in 1948. It was RSS whose idea killed Mahatma Gandhi ji. It was RSS which didn't hoist the Indian national flag till as long as 1992. And it is the same RSS whose idea is being followed now in the country. And very famously, Vajpayee ji had said to Narendra Modi ji when he was the Chief Minister in 2002, Raj Dharma Palan Karo aap. You must be remembering that. And looking at the present situation in Manipur, go back to the time of Ibobi Singh ji, there was peace in Manipur. This particular building, I'm so proud of it, that Congress party has, Dr. Manmohan Singh and Ibobi Singh ji, has constructed. This is much better than Vigyan Bhavan in Delhi. Such a fantastic building. And look at what this government is doing, double engine government. Now we have President also, Narendra Modi ruling it. Like rightly said by my colleague, you come from Dimapur to Imphal, it takes around 7.5 hours. And it doesn't look like a national highway, it looks like a boat. A river boat. You're traveling on a boat up and down with potholes. I don't see anything happening here, and things will change. Peace will come back, development will come back only when we have a Congress government in Manipur and center. And I'm sure the kind of response that we are getting in various states, wherever Rahulji is going, he's unstoppable now. You must be seen in social media as well, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, everywhere. The whole country is now looking after Rahul Gandhi as our leader. And 2029, he's unstoppable, definitely. He's going to be the Prime Minister of the country. And we all can contribute to this by ensuring that we have a Congress government in Manipur in 2027. I wish you all to work hard towards ensuring this. Go back to your booths, go back to your panchayats, and ensure that we all work tirelessly together to get back to power, to make Manipur a better place, to save our constitution, and to ensure peace and brotherhood comes back to Manipur. And every one of you should know this very, very loud and clear. This Narendra Modi government, the BJP government, they don't value the lives of Manipur, the people of Manipur. He hasn't uttered a single word about Manipur for the last 3 years, 4 years. This is very, very shameful and disgraceful. Rahulji wanted to come to Manipur and will plan his tour, visit sometime this year. Definitely, he sent his regards to all of you, and he has asked you to stay strong. We will overcome this day and ensure that we all will move towards a brighter future. I thank the organizing team once more for organizing a wonderful rally, and I wish you all luck and all the best. Keep fighting and we will overcome. Thank you so much.